plastic patty because the pattern of this braid wasn't showing up quite as well on the princess's relatively dark hair, so we wanted you to be able to see it. I've started just by putting her hair into a ponytail, and then I'm going to grab a section here at the top. You just want a pretty small section of hair here, and then I'm going to make a fishtail braid with this. To make this fishtail braid, I'm going to split this section of hair in half, and then I'm going to take a small section on the outside of one side and cross it over to the other, and then grab another small section on the other side and cross it over. And I'm just going to continue that pattern all the way to the bottom. Alright, now that I have this braided all the way to the bottom, I went ahead and temporarily tied this off. If you want to stretch this braid out, you can do that at this point. I like to leave ours tight because I think it adds to the pattern to have this braid tight and then the one behind it kind of stretched out. So now I'm going to take this hair that's behind the braid and split it in half. And then I'm going to lay this braid just in the center, and we're going to start a fishtail braid over the top of this. So you just want to start it the way you normally would, just kind of ignore that this braid is even here. So I'm taking a small section from one side, I'm crossing it over the top to the other side, and I'm just going to repeat this pattern down about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Braided down a little ways, I'm going to bring this braid back up to the top, and I'm actually going to clip it here to her head and then continue with the fishtail. Okay, now that I've braided this braid here about the same length as this braid up at the top, I'm going to unclip this and bring it down, and then we'll start another braid over the top of that. At this point, I am going to go back and stretch out these strands so that it doesn't get too tight as I'm going. And then I'm going to go ahead and just continue this fishtail braid, ignoring the braid in the middle and just going right over the top of that again. And then I'm just going to repeat this pattern all the way to the bottom. You just want to make sure that you're making all of these braids about the same length in between clipping the braid up and bringing it down. To the bottom, I'm just going to remove this temporary elastic and tie everything off together. So you can stretch these outside strands out as much or as little as you like. That's just going to depend on your personal preference, but that is the finished braid.